Let me see if I can start screen sharing. I'm just trying to do a quick video and like, show you how you can look through the roles that are online. There's also other resources that you can find in your library. I show a quick video of this because a lot of people it's one thing that a lot of people are confused of, and it's kind of overwhelming for people, and they kind of get frustrated and discouraged, but it's pretty simple looking through the roles. The only thing about it is that it's a lot of common names. Sometimes people will get mixed up and they might think one person is their ancestor on the rolls, and it's not, just because they had the same name and the same birthday or whatever. But you have to go a little bit further, and you have to match like other family members on the rolls. And the rolls are not just comprised of like one person. They might have the husband, they might have the wife, and then like the children, grandparents and stuff within that same household. So I'm gonna bring up this article real quick so you can get from Indian country. Let me turn the screen share. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just getting the hang of this. Just getting the hang of this live. It's like I said, I was going to go live at 11:30, and so much technical difficulties with this. But I'm on here, so. And let me try to get this. Why this thing? Lord. I'm trying to get this. Can y'all see the screen? Okay, I hope y'all can see that. So this is just the basic. I'm just going to start with a quick overview and talk about this article. There's some misconceptions about the Dawes role, and kind of mixing up the history of the Dawes roles with, the 500 other tribes compared to the 5 civilized tribes. But that's a whole nother video. So I might do another video. This is just a quick overview on this. And it's basically talking about the Dawes role. Now the Dawes role, the history of the roles kind of begins in 1885, but really a lot of things were kind of enforced around, it says right here, 1893. And that's based on the General Allotment Act. And I'm just going to tell y'all straight up, basically what happened is government created this Dawes Commission basically to trick the people in the Southeast and giving up their land officially and then moving on to this other land in Oklahoma. So they had to basically register, and then they had basically they're signing contracts, is basically what they did. So in exchange for them registering and the whole tribe giving up their land in the East, they got individual allotments out west in like Oklahoma. Okay, so those are based on the General Allotment Act, and then there's the Curtis Act of 1898, in which I kind of brought it on home. Okay, so and then the rolls again was used to kind of track down the indigenous people, and you'll find that some of your ancestors who said that they are Cherokee and Choctaw and Chickasaw Creek and Seminole are not on the rolls. because a lot of people feared that basically what a lot of stuff's talking about with the FEMA stuff, they feared that they're going to be killed basically. So some people didn't sign up. I'm just going to give you all that straight up. And we also know that there were people on there. Y'all know, some of y'all know what's up. There's people on there. This person says, what's his name? This is Welch, director of the Oklahoma Historical Society. And he says the commissioners took advantage of their position and enrolled people who had very minimal or questionable connections to the tribe. They were not adverse to taking money under the table. Okay, so some of the people on the rolls, like he said, look at this. He said, what we had was simply white people claiming to be Indian. They're early wannabes, just like we have today. $5 Indians is just another term for that. Okay. He kind of harsh on that, but this is somebody who works for, who is this person? I think this person actually works for the government. Okay, but anyways, enough about the background. I know some of y'all are chuckling. Oh, you can see it. Enough about that background. We're going to get to, let's get to the actual roles. All right. What's the saying? I'm sorry, my screen is slow. I'm trying to see what y'all seeing. All right, so the records of the Dawes and the other roles. So what's on the records, what you're looking for your ancestors? I like to say beforehand, you should already have some genealogy work done. And the people that you're looking for should be alive around the time from 1885 through 1930. So you should have the ancestors from that time period, have them already mapped out. You need to have their name, the estimated birth date, the location in which they live, and the tribal affiliation that you assume that they will be a part of. Now, some people might not know any tribal affiliation, in which that is fine, long as you have the ancestor's name, their location, estimated birthday. And it's good to have other people listed, like their spouse, their children, their siblings, their parents, whoever else that you know that's even grandchildren, whoever else you know that's connected to them. And the Dawes roles and other roles, the government documented the names, the blood degree, the sex, the census number, and sometimes they conducted full interviews with people's ancestors. They would ask them things like what tribe you're from, who's your parents, what job was your occupation, who you're married to, just basic I'm gonna say interrogation, basic questions like that. OCO, how you doing? Video. Peace, Carrie, how you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna move over here to the actual one of the roles here. This is on ancestry.com. I hope it loads up my internet. Y'all, the area I'm in is in like, I don't know what's going on outside. It's raining, it's storming, it's like crazy stuff coming on. So here it is. This is the U.S. Indian Census rolls of 1885 to 1940, actually. I didn't know it goes up there. So I'm just going to type in a basic name. I do not have any ancestors in the rolls from my knowledge. I do not, from my knowledge, I don't have ancestors that were in the 5 civilized tribes. regular name. I know Henderson is very popular on the rolls. I just put John Henderson in here. So we just do a basic, basic search. I'm gonna put 18, not 85 for this, 1850 for the birthday. Lived in, I'll just leave that blank. Head of household, just leave that blank. All right, gender male, his name is John. Race, Indian. So you should have this basic before you come. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but you should have the first name, possibly middle name, and the last name. Now sometimes when you're doing genealogy work, correctly. I'm just gonna be honest. People are atrocious. Census workers, I don't know what hillbillies they pick to do census, because these people cannot. They got people's ages totally wrong. Like they're just going with lookology. Like if somebody looks 20 when they're really 35, and they'll have the estimated birth date to a 20-year-old, even though the person's not really that age. So